Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Prince Muzungwana and this is your 3:15 p.m. bulletin. On to the boxing first. Middleweight boxer Chris Eubank Jr. has just weighed in at 11 stone 2 pounds, 4 pounds lighter than his opponent, Wanik Aljan. The pair are due to face each other tomorrow night at the Wembley Arena, with the main card starting at 7:30 p.m. Eubank Jr. was initially scheduled to fight 2 weeks ago, but Sven Iber withdrew due to COVID-19. Then his replacement, Anatoly Moratov, pulled out on the day of the bout for medical reasons. On to the football. Barcelona are expected to bid for Raheem Sterling in the January transfer window after the Manchester City forward revealed that he would relish a move abroad. The 26-year-old has been out of favour at the Etihad Stadium this season, having only started one Premier League game all season. In an interview yesterday, Sterling admitted that he had always dreamt of playing abroad. He said he would relish the test of playing in a new league.
As I said, as an English player, all I know is the Premier League, all you know is the Premier League, and I've always, had something that, okay, maybe one day I'd love to, play abroad and see how I would come up against that challenge.
Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has confirmed that his side will be without Fabinho and Alisson Becker for the Premier League visit to Watford. Klopp has since expressed his confusion over the quarantine protocols. The Reds duo were due to undergo a 10-day quarantine after they returned from international duty for Brazil. However, they will now stay in Spain to avoid the isolation period and prepare for Tuesday's Champions League group game away to Atletico Madrid.
Ali has 3 kids. That's not a real, being already 12 days away with the national teams, then again 10 days in isolation, then 2 weeks here, the same rubbish again. So we need solutions for that, and they are still not there.
Newcastle's new owner, Amanda Stavley, has confirmed that manager Steve Bruce will take charge of the club's next fixture against Spurs this weekend. The Magpies' next home game will be a huge milestone for Bruce, as it marks his 1,000th game in management. Despite this, there is a lot of uncertainty over Bruce's future as head coach under the new regime. The FA has charged Southampton manager Ralph Hasenhüttl for the comments he made in frustration about Mike Dean after his side's 3-1 defeat to Chelsea. The comments in question were regarding James Ward-Prowse's red card following a VAR check while scores were still level at 1-1. The 54-year-old has until the 19th of October to appeal. Southampton will be without their captain tomorrow as they search for their first win of the season when they face Leeds United. The Saints have drawn 4 and lost 3 of their games so far, resulting in them finding themselves just 1 point above the relegation zone. However, a win would see them rise above their opponents in the table. In the FA Cup 4th qualifying round, Eastleigh will face Folkestone at the Silver Lake Stadium. A win for the Spitfires will put them into the hat for the first round, as they hope to repeat last year's efforts. Their impressive run saw them reach the second round, where they unfortunately suffered defeat to League One side Crewe Alexandra in the second round replay. Staying in Eastleigh, we're now going live over to reporter Luke Wallace, who is at the Team Sport Go-Karting Centre.
Thanks, Prince. All over the country yesterday at Team Sport tracks just like this one behind me here at Eastleigh, the first round of qualifying for the British Indoor Karting Championship got underway. I went up to the site at Reading to cover the story of a lady who a year ago hadn't even driven a go-kart and is now quickly rising through the motorsport ranks. This is Amanda Tricker. A year ago, she'd barely driven a go-kart, but now she's on the verge of qualifying for a national final. Last night was the first part of that journey, and we followed her to see how she got on. And after a bit of moral support from the family in the moments before she went on track, Amanda showed the boys how it was done by qualifying on the second row of the grid. Rowan Dale has been there every step of the way with her so far, and as she took to the grid for the all-important race, he had high hopes for one of his most talented members.
Being in the elitist level of Reading drivers, she's got the pace, she's got the racecraft, she's got the overtaking ability. Yeah, I really do believe she can go all the way.
15 minutes later, there was nothing but nerves for Amanda as she came off track. She finished an excellent 4th on the road at the checkered flag, narrowly missing out on the podium. But would it be enough to send her through to the next round? Final question. Congratulations, you're going to Leicester. How are you feeling?
Thank you. Really excited. I've already been to the track and love it. So yeah, just really excited and pleased that I was able to make it through. I raced the best that I could do on the day. I felt another day I would have maybe pushed a bit more, but I felt I did as best I could on the day. So that's it. Can't ask for any more than that.
And while she played it down in the interview, the realisation of what she'd achieved finally hit her. She's heading to the regional finals as her rise through the motorsport ranks continues.
Next up, Leicester!
Absolutely fantastic news, and we wish her all the best in the future. Formula One have confirmed that the Chinese Grand Prix is expected to be dropped from the 2022 Formula One calendar. The Shanghai race is set to be axed. This is due to the coronavirus restrictions that are still in place in China. However, it will be replaced by the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at the Imola on 24th of April. Formula One will publish a record 23 race calendar starting on 20th of March 2022 and ending on 20th of November 2022. On to the tennis. Tennis star Emma Raducanu has had to pull out of the upcoming Kremlin Cup. The 18-year-old won the US Open back in June, but has only played one competitive match since. She cited tournament schedule changes as the reason for her withdrawal, but we are expecting her return to the WTA Tour in a few weeks. Participation in women's sport has always been on the rise in the recent years, especially in basketball. Luke Woodley-Marshall has more.
As amateur sports such as basketball look set to resume for the first time in nearly 2 years, the push for female participation is as strong as ever. Basketball England website suggests that of the 33,000 nationwide players, around 1 in 6 participants are female, a number that is on the rise continuously. Whilst the increase in participation offers a great platform for young females to stay active, Coach CJ Lee is looking to provide better opportunities for the next generation of female basketball players.
So I've been here I've been in this program about 15 years, and over that time we've seen a massive growth in the girls' game in terms of younger players coming through and being developed and moving through kind of our player pathway up to senior level. Some of those girls have gone away, gone abroad, gone to the States, gone to the US, got their education as a result of playing kind of a good level of sport and getting scholarships and getting full rides. So yeah, it has improved, but we've still got a long way to go.
For a man who's been working in basketball as long as CJ Lee has, the growth of the women's game over the years has been tangible.
Look, it is definitely a numbers game in female sport. We do get less girls coming into the program than we do boys, and we have to try harder to get girls. So working with local schools, running our own programs to try and encourage kids, running camps, running one-off events. So it definitely is tougher, but there are girls out there that definitely want to play sport, want to be physical, want to develop their skill, want to play in a kind of social community environment. So we'll continue to kind of reach out and try and find young players that want to get involved in the game.
Solent Kestrels will be looking to build on last week's 75-59 win over Loughborough University that saw them move up to second place in the league standings. One place above Ipswich, who travel to the Solent Sports Complex this Saturday in what is sure to be an enthralling game of basketball. Luke Woodley-Marshall, Solent Sports News.
In Solent Sports News, both men's and women's football teams got off to an impressive start to their Bucks League campaign. The men won 7-0 on the road at Bournemouth University, while the women won 6-0 at home to Margins. Both teams are back in league action on Wednesday. Staying with Solent Sport, the University Sport Complex celebrates its second birthday this weekend. The £100 million campus opened on the 18th of October 2019 and has hosted some of the best sport the university has had to offer. Here's Jack Bishop with more.
This Sunday is the 2-year anniversary of Solent's Sports Complex officially opening, marking a date which has seen the building face many challenges and hurdles. On October 17, 2019, the Sports Complex, located on the northern end of the East Park Terrace campus, welcomed its first visitors. Initially part of a £100 million estate development plan in the area, the university will hope this state-of-the-art facility can become an integral part of Solent's future.
Hi, my name is Abdul Adhupo. I work at Solent Complex and I'm a high-performance athlete. But the story of Solent hasn't even begun yet in terms of this building. I mean, talking about building legacies, we've got undefeated 3 years in a row. We have an amazing team here. I feel like it's just going to keep growing.
Solent ladies footballer Hannah Peach first visited the complex earlier this year and believes the facility has helped improve performance levels.
We go in there most days, I believe, so I think that's important when we're not training. We go in the gym and build our physique.
Peach is a first-year student and is already making regular use of the university's gym facilities, where she trains 3 to 4 times a week.
I go mostly every day to do either my gym sessions, my S&C, or lessons, so practical in the gym.
Jack Bishop for Solent Sports News from the Sports Complex.
In the cricket, the Indian Premier League final is about to begin. The Chennai Super Kings face Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata captain Owen Morgan has just won the toss and put MS Dhoni's Super Kings into bat. Sticking with cricket, the Cricket County Championship is set to revert back to divisions from 2022. Having had 2 seasons under a revised structure due to COVID-19 pandemic, the England and Wales Cricket Board was keen to return to the format agreed by the 18 countries in 2018. This decision follows a thrilling finale to a 2-phase 2021 county championship season in which the counties were initially split into 3 groups. From next year, 2 clubs will be relegated and 2 will be promoted as the old format comes back into play. On to the rugby. Welsh rugby star Hallam Amos has announced his plans to retire after the 2021-2022 season. The talented winger was a part of 2 World Cup campaigns for his country, making 25 appearances in the process. Amos' rugby career is nearing a close as the 27-year-old is chosen to pursue his medical studies instead. That's all from me today. Be sure to tune in next Friday for more live Solent sports news bulletins.